Alright, we good? Is this thing on? Okay. Is this working? Good. Now we're ready. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, everybody, welcome to the first Pomcast. We've been waiting for it weeks and weeks and weeks. Yep. We got our first guest.
The Joe Rogan Show?
It's better than the Joe Rogan Show.
Oh,
Joe Rogan, I think we came first, but Joe Rogan
They stole our thunder, basically.
Yeah. But welcome, Monsignor Farrell High School.
There we go.
We have Nick Del Bianco, the first president of Pomcast.
There we go.
Welcome.
I'm actually Nick Del Bianco, the fourth, but I mean,
okay.
Well, we won't get into the technicalities of everything. You know, I mean, if you want to, I guess the fat guy didn't get his facts straight.
Right.
That's okay. You just add that to my check after the show.
Well, look, Nick, tell us a little bit about Pomcast. Tell us what's it for, what's it about.
Well, you know, there's a few things that Pomcast is about. Generally, it's about the kind of creation of just different content for the school. You know, just entertaining the school. People love you, obviously. I know I'm somewhat of a celebrity here at Farrell, so I mean, definitely they're more so tuning in for Delcast.
Right.
So that's gonna be the new one. I'm basically just gonna run them out of business within a couple weeks with my new show. But you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say that on the podcast. You know, once we start filming, I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
I wouldn't get that on camera.
Right.
We have our fat guy for 1 second.
Oh,
what's up, fat guy?
So just like the Joe Rogan Show, we have
Jamie.
Who would be Jamie? So we have the fact checker, the guy who's telling us what we missed or what we need to know. So what do we got?
Who, by the way, is looking like a snack today.
Well, this isn't really a fact, but Nick, I just want to tell you that we don't get paid for this. You know that, right?
It's a fact that this is forced child labor, essentially. That's the fact.
Right. So this is all an elaborate scheme for me to make a ton of money off of the back of your guys' work.
Again, don't say that on camera, though.
Right. Like, we would never say that on the internet.
Of course.
But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys in on this.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, seriously though, who am I? Tell me. Maybe the crowd doesn't know who I am. Maybe some do,
well,
some don't. But
you're Father Thomas, though.
Right.
What can I say? I mean, you're this kind of well-known guy in Farrell. All right, everyone knows you here. You do the morning announcements here at Farrell and everything. Known mainly for your trademark beard, which is, by the way,
that's true.
A very cool beard.
Appreciate that.
I assume some beard oils go into that and everything?
I started to use the beard oil maybe a couple of years ago because I was starting to have like a beautiful bib of like beard dandruff.
Ooh, you could have like
and it wasn't that cool.
You could have like cheese doodles in your beard if it's that long.
Yeah,
that's the idea I'm gonna basically
so there's
do.
I had a longer beard. I had cheese doodles and like dandruff when I was like, I need to use the oil. I thought it was a little bit too like prim and proper, and I was like, I would never do that. And then I realized I had to do that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I could see you as like a Sons of Anarchy character with the long hair.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the 2.5 Johnny, our fact guy, has a really unfortunate shot that if you look up Father Palmisel online,
you will find some tragic pictures.
You find some really tragic pictures. And you figure out why I have the beard.
Here we go. Right. It is a completely different person.
Yeah, it's
right there. So.
I mean, to be honest with you, when the lady took the picture, I was like, that's going to be a bad picture.
That's going to come up when I go into a school one day.
Yeah, and I was like, I hope I never teach in an all-boys high school where this could come back to bite me.
Yeah, especially with someone like me.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't.
I think it was day one that someone found the picture. I was like, oh, how did you find it? And the worst was when Dom Scafuri was smart enough to compare it side by side with an Angry Bird.
Oh.
The picture looks exactly the same. I was like, oh, no, it actually plays. I do look like an Angry Bird.
It really do be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
What can I say?
But yeah, so I've been at the school for a year and a half.
Well, you're basically, you were a freshman when I was a freshman.
We came in together.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's true. And tell us a little bit about Farrell, because you and I, we came in together. We've learned about the school, but some people who are watching this are not from Staten Island.
Right.
They don't know maybe about all boys Catholic schools. So, you know, what's Monsignor Farrell? Like, what's it about? What are we known for? And, you know, what... Yeah, so maybe fill people in with that.
All right, cool. So, like, Monsignor Farrell, it's our all-boys Catholic high school, and it's kind of just this special thing. I don't know. It feels like a nice system we have going here. It's like Father Pomiso is basically what it's coming down to.
I see.
I mean, I was gonna say something about like, oh, the brotherhood and everything, but I think once you really boil down to it, it's just Father Pomiso. That's what we're going to school for.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if you're aware.
Because the school actually was started, 1960-ish?
No, I think they just opened it this year.
Oh, so it started in 1960, and there used to be a ton of priests, right? They used to have any number of diocesan priests. They had, 20, 30 Irish Christian brothers teaching.
Yeah. Well, this room was a room for the brothers.
The room we're in right now, I forgot that. The room we're in right now was one of the dorm rooms of one of the Irish Christian brothers. Like, he would have slept here, he lived here. And now this whole wing, what we call the East Wing, is now offices and stuff. There's only one Christian brother left teaching. And I'm now the only priest here teaching. We do have some religious sisters who weren't originally part of the school. Some of the sisters of St. John the Baptist from St. John Villa. They're teaching here.
Yeah.
Which is great. So what do you think about there being like 2 nuns here? Is that a lot of nuns for you, or?
Well, when you have something like that, it's obviously good to have, I think, people from, all different, how do you say, like, positions in Catholicism, right? I think it's good to just have that kind of diversity here, in a way, of different kinds of positions here. So I think that's cool to have.
Did you grow up ever seeing religious sisters? Like, when you were a kid, did you ever meet
Not
them?
really, no. I went to public school all my life before Farrell.
Oh, so there's none in there.
No, not really. I obviously saw priests and stuff, going to church, but I didn't see brothers, I didn't really see nuns.
I remember when I was growing up too, I grew up in Amenia in Dutchess County, upstate New York. And the only priest the only priest I ever saw for most of my life was my parish priest. I didn't even see the priests in the neighboring church. I never saw a nun. Like, I thought maybe they were kind of extinct. So I think the fact that you're in a Catholic school, you get to see a priest, brother, nuns, even though there's not many, it's about as much as you're going to see.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, today, it's kind of just a dying breed, kind of, those kinds of people that are going to get to those positions.
Although, if our fact guy looks up about the vocations, in general in America, I think priesthood and religious vocations are down from what they were. But if you look, actually, there is a pretty interesting trend about young people joining religious life and even the priesthood as well.
It's interesting.
And if you look around, I think what you'll find if you look on the internet, you look around the world, actually the number is increasing in general. So it's usually in places though like Africa, India, things like that.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot more priests from those areas. If you go to different parishes around America, you'll see a lot of...
Right, like on the islands, right? You've seen
yeah.
a lot of the churches here, most of them are pastors from guys from other countries.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to Pomcast proper, tell us a little bit about the origin, like the tragic origin story of the club. How did this happen?
It's a horrible story. So I've seen you basically on the first day you were talking to people, but really the first time I really had a conversation with you, Johnny was there, Jamie, sorry, the fact guy. He and I were sitting out over the breezeway, not the breeze, something like that, yeah. There were some seniors outside, but pizza. So he said we were going to go out and beat them up, take the pizza and bring it back to us.
I had forgotten this, but now it's coming back to me.
You never actually got that pizza.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I mean, we'll have like a... Well, we kind of returned the deal. When we went to Manhattan, we had some pizza and everything.
That's
so,
true.
I mean, we didn't beat anyone up for the pizza, though.
Not yet.
Next time.
We will.
Episode 3 will basically be...
Yeah, I think episode 3 of the season is going to be us.
If we don't get the Pope on for episode 3, we'll just beat someone up and take pizza. So, yeah,
So that's how we met, and then how did the club kind of come together? Like, what gave us the idea to...
Well, we would hang out here, basically, right? We would come after school and just hang out and talk about different stuff. But I think eventually, we all kind of wanted to create something cool for the school, just to bring everyone together, and in a way even just to like help us out with our religion classes here, to be able to just know more information on that stuff, because I know there's other stuff we'll also be doing on the show probably eventually.
Yeah.
More like factual stuff other than just hanging around and joking about stuff.
Yeah, so I think that was an idea that we had, that we'll have a sort of entertaining show that's interviews, more podcasty.
Yeah.
But then we'll also create other.
We'll branch out.
Yeah, other content that people are gonna want to look into and actually maybe continuing education type stuff.
Yeah, and you know what? Creating this has been an awesome experience. I know people have been hyped up for this for like a month now.
Yeah. We have like 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, no, it's already doing well. So,
video, yeah.
I mean, and just setting everything up, going to the meetings and everything. I know we have great musical sense in the meetings.
Yeah.
And everything. So, I mean, it's gonna be fun, and I'm really looking forward to the future of the show and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we have yourself, you're the president. We have the vice president, Mike Marr, who's done a lot of great work for us. Actually, I think we have his sign around here. If someone wants to grab that sign so we can put it on air. This is a sign that Mike had made for us.
Mr. Rattenstrap made this.
So we just want to give a shout out to Mr.
Awesome.
Rattenstrap. Thanks a lot for this. When we get a full-time, permanent location, right now we're just shooting in my office, but when we get a full-time permanent set, you are going to be part of us. You're going to be immortalized. The handiwork that you've donated to us is going to be shown to everybody. I hope you're going to have to change professions and become a full-time carpenter. So I hope that was always your lifelong dream, because it's about to happen.
It's basically no choice.
Yeah, so your fate has been decided.
Yeah.
But thanks for this. We really love it. So we got Mike Marr. We have the 2.5. Don't ask what he does.
He's the 2.5.
He's just the 2.5. We've got a legal team. We've got the social media team.
We do.
We've got the technical crew.
Right.
The guys with the cameras, the guys who are doing the editing. We've got the liaisons who are going to the people who we're interviewing to tell them when we're meeting, setting up the meeting, and getting them comfortable.
Of course, we're going to branch out to some other things. Maybe we'll open up our own pizza shop. Maybe we'll make like a clothing store, a circumcision clinic, or something. Something like that. And a Seagram's seltzer water store as well. Except instead of Seagram's, it's going to be Dell's water.
You remind me, I'm so thirsty. It's time for me to have a drink of this refreshing Seagram's seltzer.
Not sponsored, though. That was pretty cool.
It's so good and refreshing.
You look like you were about to throw up drinking that.
We're about to wrap up the first podcast of Monsignor Farrell official podcast, which is now called Pomcast after my last name, Father Pomcast.
Okay, Delcast is going to
unfortunately, it's going to be overshadowed by Delcast in
the new king of the whole industry, basically. Joe Rogan is like literally quaking in his boots right now.
Yeah, he is. But before that happens, we need to get a permanent set. We need to get cool backgrounds. We need to get people making music for us, set pieces. So Nick and I and all the crew here at Pomcast, we're asking you guys at Monsignor Farrell to, first of all, be ready. Do you want to be on the show? Do you want to get interviewed? Next, who do you want to get interviewed? We already have a show planned with Mr. Haruni, but who do you want to see next?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
Possibly Milo Yiannopoulos. He's already asked us. We've kind of declined, but he keeps calling. So Milo,
same with the Pope.
Stop.
The Pope is literally every day. He's like, "Can I be on Pomcast? I want to be on Pomcast so bad." We're like, "We're booked. Sorry, bro."
So other than the Pope and Milo, we're looking for teachers. We're looking for students, people involved in Farrell, sports guys, plays, whatever. We also need art guys to create set pieces for the show. We also need musical guys to do our intro, outro, to make original music pieces. So we need everybody to get involved. We want you to be a part of this.
Calling out to all the creative people. Okay?
Yeah, all you creative people, we need your help.
It would be great.
One thing we haven't figured out yet, which is, again, creative people, we're going to have a vote on this. But for right now, we don't have like a sign out, like, that's how the cookie crumbled, or Stay Classy San Diego or something. We don't have that. So what do we have? Mike Moore had recommended this a while ago. It's all we got. Until then, this is what we have.
Check out Lil Rossi's new album.
God bless.